Hey everybody, this is Troy Saunders, and welcome to the Bass Group Presents Listening Experiences for the Indie Artist Aficionado. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Bass Entertainment Podcast. I'm Troy Saunders, if you didn't know. Today, we have one of the most beautiful people I know on this planet. His name is Mr. Ty Stephens. If you don't know who Ty Stephens is, you're going to find out today. What a wonderful spirit. He's just beautiful. And to introduce him, before I introduce him, I'm going to play a song that I think is fitting for the situation. It's called Love is in the Room.
Go free from your prison. Go for what you know. Love is in the room. Love is in the room. You are the gift that God imparts. Lift up your veil, reveal your heart. Unwrap the present, release the past. Realize that now love will always last. Yeah, always last. Yeah.
Yes, love is definitely in the room today, baby. Yes. But without any further ado, let's just bring Mr. Ty right on here. Ty Stephens, y'all.
Hey, hey.
What's up, Ty?
Hey, I'm great. Thank you. That's a nice perk for my evening, I should say.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Welcome. You know, it's funny. We have been in the same, like I said, we're doing same atmosphere. We have known so many of the same people. And I'm sure we've met somewhere down the line. And for some reason, we just never really sat down and conversed. So I'm glad we are able to do it today.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Thank you for the invitation, though, really.
Oh, no. Thank you. Shoot, would you, once I really sat down and listened, I said, oh my God, Ty is incredible. Wait a second. Where have I been all this time? So I said, wait a second, I got to tell some more people about Ty, because shoot, what in the world? I mean, this is a treasure right here, and not a lot of people know. Even though I know you've been all over the world, you know, I know you've been to Russia, Europe, Japan, you know. Yeah, so and the sad thing about it is that the people here don't know you, but when you go someplace else, you know.
Yeah, it's the nature of the beast.
Yes.
You know, African American artists in particular have been having to do this for, you know, how long can we say? Yeah. We go to Europe, we find, you know, people appreciate music differently. They're more demonstrative of their appreciation, you know, and I think we've gotten, especially nowadays, we've gotten very disposable about our music.
Yeah.
Very disposable.
I agree with you. I mean, things that I remember as a kid, when I heard somebody else say, oh, Fats Waller, I heard somebody say Lena Horne, if I heard somebody say Count Basie, I want to go back and listen to that stuff.
Right.
I want to know why were they listening to it? What was it about it that influenced them?
Yeah.
And now, you know, you tell somebody, oh, you know, we don't have to go that far back. Let's say we go back to, you know, like Shaka or something like that. They'd be like, oh, no, we got with Shaka. They were like, oh, she old, blah, 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 blah. They don't want to find out why you feel that person.
And they don't even realize that their music is based on that music.
Exactly.
You know, they're sampling everybody and their mama, you know, and trying to recreate and redo those very songs that these people are like, oh, she on. So what's the difference when you hear your contemporaries do it? It's only because you recognize them. That's the only difference.
Exactly. So, anyway, every time I do a conversation, it always goes on that topic some kind of way. You know?
Because it's a real issue. It really is an issue.
You know,
it's like having a hole in the I'll say the fabric, a hole in the fabric that needs to be mended so that the fabric can be whole.
Yeah.
You know, we don't know where we come from. We don't know where we come from yesterday, much less 10 years ago.
Exactly.
You know,
and I don't know where the ball was dropped. Well, I do kind of know, but but especially in the past 20 years, it's like they really dropped the ball, you know. And anything that has any type of instrumentation to it is considered passé.
Right. It's too complicated. Yeah. It's like, well, you can make that sound with a machine. Yeah. You ain't got to hire nobody to do that. And you know, but I honestly do believe that their ears are being perked a lot right now. Yeah. And some of it is most recently due to COVID, because we've been kind of forced to sit at home and find things to do and rediscover things. And I'm kind of hoping that I've been saying this to everybody. It's like, I think we are really on the crest of a new renaissance.
I hope so.
You know, so, you know, everybody's been home writing music, creating stuff, you know, and there's so many more outlets, you know, between all the theater, movie, film, television, whatever outlets. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be just like pouring out of the whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking now online. My head is blown sometimes. I'm like, because I'm always in search for somebody new that has something going on, some new sound, something that touches the heart, something.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff coming out.
Yeah.
There is a lot of stuff going on. I'm like, oh my God, I can't even keep up with all the stuff half the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm glad that some of the stuff coming out is doesn't use as profanity as some of the stuff that has been coming out in the past 10 years.
Yeah, it's all about money, because before there was money and profanity, it was, the money I'll put it this way, the money that was made from being profane, it was made in a different market. It had its own little quiet market. My parents used to listen to Red Fox and White and all those guys. Stuff they wouldn't let us listen to,
Right, go in the room with your cousins.
They were nasty, basically. But, and it had its place. I mean, I get it. My parents were grown people. They listened to it, and they had the good sense and said, you don't listen to that. You go upstairs. You go downstairs. You go outside, wherever it is, And, that's when they could get together with their friends, or my relatives, my uncles, aunts will come over, and they would have a little taste in the dining room.
Okay.
Sitting at the table playing cards or just talking, what.
Yep. Somebody did fried chicken and stuff.
Oh, my goodness.
You got to have some chicken now.
Yes, indeed. If we knew you were coming, we're going to have something on that stove.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not the same, but hopefully we can bring some of that back.
Yes. And I noticed with your latest album that is more into not gospel, but let's say it's more spiritual. It's more which I adore.
I call it an inspirational album because I don't want people to mistake it for either a gospel album or particularly a spiritual album in the sense of what most people think when they think it. Yes. So I say inspirational.
Yes.
And because the funny thing is, just like Love Is in the Room, it's not much different from what I think these things anyway. This is the way I live. This is the way I want the world to be. So, but I just decided to do a full album concentrated of that kind of material.
Yes.
No love songs per se.
Well, that's what I was going to say about all your previous works is that all of them have some type of message, positive message in it, something to open somebody's eyes, love. Love Is in the Room. When I hear your voice, I hear a little Luther.
Oh, thank you.
I hear Cuba Gooding Jr.
Oh, thank you again.
I hear Al Jarreau.
One of my favorites of all time.
I hear all of that in your voice.
Good.
But it's still uniquely you.
Mm-hmm. I like to think so.
Yeah.
And that's I coach performers sometimes. I have a current student, and that's one of the things that I always say is like, listen to everybody, imitate anybody and everybody you want, because in the end, you're still going to sound like you.
Yeah.
You really can't sound like anyone else. You're a different instrument. Just the physical part of you is a different instrument from that person. So go ahead and make, steal, borrow.
Mm-hmm.
But in the end, it's with the intention to know that you're not trying to be them.
Right.
So yeah,
I definitely get that. Even when I speak to other artists, and even with Shaka, when I hear her in an interview, she says, everybody's unique. Mm-hmm. There's no competition between all of us because what we have to bring to the table is unique to us. Mm-hmm. So why is it a competition? You do what you do, and I do what I do.
Yeah. Yeah, but some people love to make it a competition because that's what makes them comfortable.
Yeah,
and and in some ways it pushes people. Mm-hmm. Certain people seem like they have to be pushed to be great, or to be greater than they are.
Right.
So if you almost threaten them with I'll top you, so then they got to go a little to the next step, and it can be healthy. Competition can certainly be healthy, but unfortunately in this business, it's not always healthy.
No.
It can be, lethal. It really literally can be lethal.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, where have you been lately?
Home. Like everybody else.
Right? Okay, come to think, that was a dumb question.
Well, actually, when I say home, I think it's just really, we're talking about just being local.
Yeah.
Because I've been performing in the area since it was possible to do so, really since the fall. Not regularly, just periodic gigs here and there, and thank God for that, because sitting up in a room by myself, with all the things I could be doing, I couldn't motivate myself. I was depressed. Yeah. I need people. I need to be around people. I need to be inspired by people, the interaction, the vibration, the physical vibration, the chemical vibration, because that's who we are as beings.
Yes.
We interact that way. We be that way. So, it was important to get out and find some life. Okay. And so I had been doing a couple of online things. I'm still doing them, and they got better and better with time because I got more comfortable, and also because Zoom got better, and all the other the apparatus got better. So because the between the delay and all those other things, it's like, oh man, this is too much work.
It definitely has gotten better, because I'm even from when I first started the first episode, like Wanda would talk and I would flub a little bit of stuff because I knew it was a delay. Right. So it wouldn't sound like it was space between us.
Right. Have to learn where the overlap is.
Right.
So it sounds like natural conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I remember one time I was doing one and the first one, and Led listened to it. And she was like, Troy, there's too much space in between. You got to cut out some of that space.
So did you have to edit it out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank God for editing, huh?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's been great. It just, especially since the beginning of the year, there have been more live gigs. Even though a couple of them, people are spaced apart, and at least they're human beings in a place where I can feel and see them. Because online, you're singing or talking, or even, and whose face comes up on a screen? Mine. Yeah. I don't want to look in my face while I'm singing. I really don't. You can't see the people to whom you are singing. You can't feel them because they have to mute so that they don't overlap your signals. Mm-hmm. So it's like, man, I don't like this. So thank God for those live performances, because that helped balance it out. Now I'm okay with the virtual a lot more than I was, because now I have some actual to balance it against. So it's a whole thing.
It's like the same thing with these with the podcast. Excuse me. Everybody said, "Are you going to show the video?" I'm like, "No, I'm going to show the video because I don't want to see my face supported."
Exactly. I know.
And I don't want the artist to feel like, oh Lord, I got to get done up because
I got to put some makeup on.
Right. I got to put my hair on or whatever I got to do. Because they're going to be doing this video. I think it's more easier for everybody involved just to we can look at each other now, but we don't have to record that.
Yes, it's like hanging out at your house,
right?
Rather than hanging out at the club,
right?
Or restaurant or whatever,
right? You sit at home and you got eyelashes on and hair.
Well, you know how many people are doing that now. I mean,
I know.
They do it going to the supermarket. The her and the nails are did, eyelashes like 6 feet long, and then they just wear their house coat and bedroom slippers.
Okay, I'm like, come on now.
What's the point? Come on.
Yeah, these eyelashes have been out of control nowadays, boy.
They are the tarantulas. Just like, what is that crawling on your eye?
Okay. They waving at you.
Exactly. A little much, but maybe hopefully we'll find our balance in here somewhere.
Yeah. So, matter of fact, let's go to another song right now.
Okay.
I was thinking of Deeper in Fantasy.
Oh man, nobody plays that. That's great.
Man, what you talking about?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I'm going on the stuff I like. I don't care what nobody play. I'm playing.
Hey, that's the way I like it.
I'm playing whatever I feel is going to be that sounds good to my ear, and I think that's going to be receptive. So, Deeper Than Fantasy, I think it's an incredible song, and matter of fact, I'm going to let it play, and then I'm going to talk to you about it. Okay?
Okay, that sounds good.
Sounds good to me. All right, everybody, this is Deeper Than Fantasy by Ty Stephens.
wants me crazy. It's got me doing all these crazy things, like knowing surely that I'll hear your voice every time the phone rings. Love leaves no choice. The memories play on inside my mind. I can't forget you packed your things and gone. Nothing left, nothing but the hands of time. But I've got my memories to cling to. I've got your melodies to sing to. I've got your photographs and your ring too. You'll be coming home. I'm falling deeper in fantasy. Love wants insanity. I'm falling deeper in fantasy. Love wants insanity. 'Cause reality means nothing to me without you. Love wants me alive, not to see the many awful things you've done. I wanna beg you to come back and end this space, just as long as I am not the lonely one. Love leads me on, convincing me that I could make you change. But I know it isn't really love at all. It isn't love it's at this pain, afraid I'll never love again. 'Cause I can't forget the way you held me, and all those tender things you tell me. It seems I cannot break your spell, see, I can't let you go. I'm falling deeper, deeper in fantasy. In fantasy, love wants insanity. Love wants insanity. I'm falling deeper in fantasy. Deeper in fantasy. Love wants insanity. Love wants insanity. 'Cause reality means nothing to me without you. I'm falling. 'Cause I can't forget the way you held me, and all those tender things you tell me. It seems I cannot break your spell, see, I can't let you go. I'm falling deeper and deeper and deeper in fantasy. Love wants insanity. I'm falling deeper, deeper into fantasy. Reality means nothing to me without you. Love wants insanity. Yeah, I'm falling. I'm falling.
Yes, I think that's just a beautiful song right there.
Thank you.
Now that says Ty Stephens Romantasy.
Yeah, that was the name of the band on the early days. Mm-hmm. And I can't remember how I was writing a song, and I joined those two words together in the lyric. Mm-hmm. And then it just stuck in my head. I was like, I'll just name the band romantic fantasy. You know,
so deeper in fantasy.
Yeah. Deeper. Yeah. That's the self-explanatory song. That's one of those, love lost and can't get over it songs.
Mm-hmm. We all been there. Just like another song that was in my head is Waiting. I was like, oh, wait a second.
Oh. Yeah.
I said, I've been there.
Yeah. Stood up.
Okay, I'm just sitting here, but I'm still going to wait.
Right. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
And then after a while, I'll just, quietly go on home. Because you ain't coming.
Bad as hell.
Yeah, right.
But you call again, I'm still going to be sitting there waiting.
Right, exactly. But it'll be with a little more discernment the next time.
Yes. That's when you're young.
Exactly.
When you get older, you don't have that type of patience. You're like, all right.
And don't call. Don't bother calling.
Right. I see where you stand. Okay.
I'm sure it was extenuating, but don't call.
Matter of fact, let's play that too. Shoot. Hey, we've been talking about waiting. Y'all be like, what the hell y'all talking about? We're going to play waiting because I know many of y'all have been through this. Some of y'all might be still going through it. But here's another incredible song. We just going to do a back-to-back thing right now since we on that.
Man, cool.
We're going to play Waiting. Check this one out, y'all.
Sit here waiting at the corner of your bar. Why did you tell me 6 when it's now 9 o'clock? High on the promise of your love, I wait in vain. Try as I might, I still can't ever break your chain. Please, won't you come back to me? I'm here waiting. I'm under your spell, what the hell? I'll be waiting. Taste of heaven walking among men. True love has got me in a spin, I can't pretend. New is the way I feel whenever you're around. Blue is my color when you're nowhere to be found. Needing you somewhere, where'd you go? I'm here waiting. Night after night, wrong or right, I'll be waiting. Even if you take forever, I'm gonna be here. Oh. That's what the promise of your treasure means to me, dear. Ooh. We have a chemistry that I just can't let go. No. See how I sit so patiently, but you don't show.
listen to that? We're coming inside to listen.
We're coming inside to listen.
And I have no real idea why I kept that in, but I liked it. It's stupid.
Where did you record all these at?
Various places. I'm trying to think. That is from the Aquarian Mind album.
Yeah,
that was recorded in several different places because I had probably like 5 different producers on this one, which is very unusual for me. I usually have one producer, or I produce it myself with my bandmates. And so this was, I don't even remember who produced this particular track, but it was Queens. It was also, let's see, where else were we? Manhattan somewhere. Maybe someplace in, it was all through New York. That much I know. Yeah. I may have done someplace outside of New York City, but I doubt it.
So do you play an instrument?
Vaguely.
Vaguely.
Yeah, enough to block out chords and get my ideas down. But I've never really sat down and learned it like I should and to be able to play in public. It's something I still want to do. So I guess as long as I have that on the table, I'll keep trying to grow. Yeah.
Because I was thinking about another song that you have on there. I think it's, what's it called? Sundance?
Skydance.
Skydance. Yeah, Skydance.
Yeah. That's an instrumental.
Yeah. So I was like, are you playing an instrument on that? Or
I'm the vocal parts. Well, some of them. I mean, they're my background singers and myself. And but I wanted to try and do that on all the subsequent albums, is to have one song that is an instrumental. But often enough, I end up writing lyrics to them anyway, and end up being vocal songs. So that was when I left alone.
Yeah, I love that one too. We don't get to that one also. Cool. But it's the same band that you use. Romantasy is the same one that you use on Ty Stephens
Aquarian Mind.
Aquarian Mind.
Aquarian Mind was at the transitional point when some band members were leaving and some were coming in terms of consistency. Because most of the people that I work with are people I've worked with since the beginning. But in terms of having being a regular part of the band, we kind of came and went. They had other obligations and whatever. And hopefully, and I think I know what happened is, we kind of meshed. We fell in love, and now we became a unit because we liked working together so much. So actually on Waiting is a marvelous an artist that you should probably talk to at some point. Her name is Aziza Miller. And she's the keyboard player on that one, and also the female voice that you hear singing Against Mine. That's her. And she used to be music director for Natalie Cole.
Okay.
Yeah, back in the 80s in particular. And she's brilliant. As a matter of fact, the song of Natalie Cole, La Costa?
Oh, that's my song. I love that song.
Yeah, well, that's the song that she wrote.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
This song, Waiting, has that little... that little Latin feel to it with
yeah, my influence is Latin music is definitely an influence.
Please.
I love Latin music.
Okay, ever since I was a little kid, I remember I grew up in Brooklyn, and from like about 2 to 6, we lived in this 4-family house, and it was 2 families downstairs, me and a Dominican family, and 2 people upstairs, and I mean, when the Dominican people would play the music downstairs, I'm just out in the hallway dancing. And I'm like, oh my God, I love them. I love them.
Yeah.
And then, growing up in Brooklyn, you always have on the weekends or in the park,
right?
Everybody's playing the congas and and the drums, and you just heard all sorts of music. It's a shame you really don't hear that like you used to. Unless you go to like Central Park or something like that, and you might have.
And even there, it's been squashed to a great degree. Because when I first, because I'm from Philly, and I used to come up from Philly to take dance classes and to audition for shows and stuff, and before I moved here. And so that was part of my ritual. I'd go to Central Park, I'd go to Washington Square Park, and the musicians were there. They were live. They were playing all hours of the night.
Yes.
And it was the best. You could just get lost in the music. And the cross culture interaction. It was just, oh man. that was New York to me.
Yeah.
The melting pot was really like there. You could see it.
Yeah.
You could touch it, you know.
And waiting brings all that together. Yeah, that has that feel. It's a soul, jazz, Latin, you know.
That's right.
It's just a kaleidoscope of music that's well put together.
Hey, I like that. I'll quote you on that.
So when you came with the next band name with soul jazz, I was, oh my God, how fitting could that be?
Yeah, and you know what? I had gotten to a point. We were in Monte Carlo when I made that switch, and you know, because we spent 6 summers in Monte Carlo as the opening act at the major venue there, and opened for everybody and their great grandmama, which was lovely. And we made some, you know, I would say I wouldn't say connections per se, but we kind of made ourselves known in the sense that whenever somebody would come through, one or more of my band members, including myself, would know somebody in their band.
Yeah.
So the people that we were working for were like, oh, they're really not just nobodies, huh? You know, they took us a little more seriously, even though they were taking it seriously enough because they hired us.
Right.
But it just added some weight to who we are. You know, I remember so many people. I mean, we opened for Carlos Santana. We knew somebody with Carlos Santana. We know George Benson. We know most of his people. Mm-hmm. God, who else? Steely Dan came through. All his background singers were friends of mine. I hope.
Cindy Mizell and them.
Yeah, well, Cindy wasn't with him at the time.
Okay.
It was actually, who was it? It was Karen Bernard.
Oh, of course, Karen.
Was it Tawatha or no, it wasn't Tawatha. It was Ada Dyer.
Oh yeah, uh-huh.
And who was the third person? Was it Janice Pendarvis? I'm not sure now who it was because it was people that I know, and I was like, I couldn't believe it. Not that I didn't believe, because they had already been coming and going, all these other folks, but just to see 3 people that I knew in one grouping like that, and just to have that response that they seeing me backstage and having this, you know, this reunion kind of an energy, it was nice. It made me feel important.
Yeah, you know? It's funny. It's like I said, I'm sure we've met someplace in the universe in the past, and it's the same thing. I'm like, I go places and hey, Troy, you know, I went to go see, where was I at? Oh, the last thing I went to before COVID, I went to go see Kimberly Nicole at the Apollo. And my partner and my sister really never seen me interact with, you know, the people that I know.
Right.
So when I walked in, it was, oh my God, Troy, we haven't seen you forever. Come over here and take a picture. Troy, come on and take a picture.
Right.
And they were like, look at Troy. We didn't know he did all that. People know him like that. Because all they know me is up here in Connecticut, you know.
Right.
They don't know I had a whole life, you know, in New York before I came here. So,
excellent.
He is in his glory now. I'm like, yeah. So, you know, I missed that interaction, you know. Up here in Connecticut, we don't have it. So I was talking to Dawn in our last conversation and said, we got to try to bring that up here.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you know, the fact is, really, and then with all the technology now and just I want to say the desire, because, you know, people have been shut in for so long. I think they're going to want more of a live interaction. I think that's why I feel like there's a renaissance happening, you know, that, you know, people will be more receptive to a lot of different sounds. I think the sounds that we're going to hear are going to be more refined because, you know, like you were saying, you know, the previous incarnation of music was so synthetic, you know, not real live music, and hardly any players who knew what they were really doing. They could just bang it out on a computer like me, but see, I hire real people.
Okay.
You know? And so I think there's something that can be done there. I definitely think so.
I'm all excited. Because I know when I put my mind to it, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, no matter what. I mean, I can't really think of too many things that I've put my mind to that didn't happen.
There you go.
I remember when I was a kid, I was like, oh, I want to meet Shaka Khan one day. And I kept on doing it.
That's right.
I met her, you know.
Yeah, it's protection. You put it in the universe.
You put it out there.
That's what you want. Here you go. Boom.
Yep. So I think, you know, I think this is going to happen. You know, I'm planning for a year anniversary of Bass Entertainment podcast.
Okay.
So that year anniversary is going to include a festival up here. This is what me and Dawn was talking about.
There you go.
And then everybody that I've interviewed will be in the festival. It'll be a weekend long festival.
That is a brilliant idea.
And 2 or 3 different venues. So 8 o'clock is Ty, 9 o'clock is Dawn. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, we're just give us a day. We'll come. You know?
Okay. Hopefully all this will be dead by then. I hope there's COVID and stuff.
Oh, it's got to be done by then, but we'll see. All we can do is just take it, one step at a time.
Yes. I mean, when I think about, what's going on, I'm saying, well, you know what? You shouldn't have told everybody to take their mask off without 80% of the population being vaccinated.
It's all about money. It's about money.
It is.
And but fear kept everybody inside, and now they're trying to undo it.
Yes.
To like, get out. We need to make the money.
It is about the money, but you're not going to make it because now it's going to turn back around, and everybody's going to go back in the house.
Right.
And now you should have did it the right way and waited till 80% was vaccinated and then opened it up.
Right.
But everybody was under pressure. And
the government's pressure.
Yeah.
The government's like, well, we need our tax dollars, so y'all need to go out and work.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what it is.
But another thing that I was thinking about also is that they saying they can't find people for jobs because now people have been home for a year and something, and they realize I don't want to work for that person no more. Why should I work for the band? Why don't we do something that we love to do?
Right. Yeah. So that's part of the change. People are finding that they can make a living doing what they love. Yeah. And that I could have told them that a long time ago, but they weren't listening to me. It's like that's what I tell everybody, because I get the privilege of doing career days at schools, local schools and stuff. So whenever, I always say, well, who wants to be in show business? Who wants to do theater, blah, blah, blah? Who wants to be a singer? And I said, well, you better love it.
Yeah.
You better love it because there are times when it doesn't look like it loves you and you are scrounging to make a living. And if you love it, you keep at it and you end up doing, you have the blessing of being paid to travel the world and sing your songs, your own songs or somebody else's songs, whatever makes you happy, and do it for your life's work.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I don't know if I'd probably be in an institution by now if I was doing something else.
You know what? That's the only regret that I do have. That I didn't push through with my singing. That's the only regret because I said, I did it a few times and I had a few showcases and I did a few showcases and I said, you know what, this is a pain in the butt sometimes, even though I loved it. And then, you have everybody say, you better go get you a job with some benefits, Yeah,
it doesn't help when people around you are saying stuff like that, So and they love you. They're trying to just be practical,
Right. So I went and got myself a job with some benefits. And, but I still did my thing on the side, not vocally, but then I started doing showcases for present other artists and stuff like that. And that's how the Bass group started.
You kept it going.
Yeah. So, I mean, I wasn't singing, but I was bringing other people to the forefront.
Right. So the passion for music was still
was still there, yeah. But you know what? Now I'm like, it ain't too late for me to sing. I need me a good vocal coach, but I'll be because I've been sitting the whole way. I've been practicing. I remember Biddy was like, Troy, you gotta sing, Troy. Your passion is singing. You need to be singing. But then I moved to
there's your coach right there.
Oh, Biddy sings. Yeah, that's my girl. She's like,
call her, but she'll hook you up.
Okay.
She will hook you up.
And then, Arif and I, we joke around. He'll call singing something, and I'll, sing it back to him. So he said, why you always got to go up an octave?
Right. I was listening to the 6 Degrees of Shaka, and listening to Arif in the background. I was like, he's saying all the stuff we always talked about,
Yeah.
It's just so cool. We just like to hear it reiterated and in the context of that particular music, because that's practically, I wouldn't say all we ever talked about, but when we had conversations, it almost always went back to Shaka.
It does. We always talk about Shaka. Matter of fact, that's how we met, he and I. Wanda was doing some work with Karen Wheeler.
Okay.
And we all were in Brooklyn at this place called Blue Moon on Fulton Street. Right when Fulton Street, Brooklyn was just beginning to become gentrified. And we was in there having dinner, and Wanda said, "Oh, this is Arif. He loves Shaka, blah, 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 blah." I was, "Oh my God, I just got this CD with Shaka singing at North Sea Jazz Festival." So he said, "Come on, let's go to the car and listen to it."
And you had just met.
We just met.
That's Arif.
And we sat in the car and listened to that CD. He's like, "Oh my God, she hoarse, but she's singing." I was like, "I know, right? I don't know how she's pushing them notes through that voice, but she did it." And we've been friends ever since. And then the funny thing about it, years prior to that, I was, that's when I was still doing my singing at the time. This guy named, what's his name? Michael Hines was his name.
Okay.
Michael Hines, we were talking about Shaka. And he said, "I know this guy named Arif. He loves Shaka too." He said, "Matter of fact, this is Arif singing Everlasting Love." And he played it for me. So I was like, "Oh my God, he sounds great." So when I met Arif years later, I said, "You know what? Michael Hines played me a version of you singing Everlasting Love." He said, "No, he didn't play that song." I was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "What are you talking about? You was singing your face off." Because if I thought you was horrible, I was like, "I would have told you I heard it."
Right, there's that. There's always that. Right.
He was like, "Well, thank you." So it's funny how years later you meet people that, you spoke about that you didn't even know.
Yep. That common thread.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been an adventure. I mean, I love it.
Yeah. Good. Good. It's a lot to love.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know how this is going to work for next year, but it's going to work.
And so it will.
Okay.
And so it will. That's how it works. You put it out there. Claimed it.
Yes. Sure. I even got my partner on board. He's like, "I'm calling the owners of the Palace Theater in Danbury."
There you go. Because it's already happening.
Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna call him. He said it's gonna be different because they know me already. If you call, they're gonna look at you as an outsider trying to get in on Danbury, but they see me as a Danburian already. I said, okay.
Yeah, it's moving.
Yes.
It's moving.
Work your magic. Talked about Skydance, which I love that. We talked about Shaka.
Right. Now, Arif used to do that with me live. Yeah. So when I went in the studio, I can't remember why I didn't take him in the studio with me. Was he not available or something? I don't know what it was, but it was kind of our little thing. So when I got finished with the track, I said, "You got to hear this. You got to hear this." So because on each of my albums, I felt, I wouldn't say compelled, but I guess it was my intention in some way to tribute the people who influenced me. And so on the first, I did a cover of More Than You'll Ever Know, I Love You More Than You'll Ever Know, Donny Hathaway, on the first album, which was, I won't tell you what year, but well, that's how it was. 1996 was my first album. And then on the next album, I did a song that I wrote called Thanks
Stevie. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Shaka came after that. And then on Good Medicine, I don't think I did any. I just realized that. Didn't do a tribute song.
No. Matter of fact, Good Medicine, how come I don't have Good Medicine?
You don't have Good Medicine?
No.
Wow. That's that. Well, I wouldn't say that's not the current album, but it was the current album until we released this new one. Yeah. Oh, you have to have that. I got to get that to you.
Yeah, because now I feel like I'm lonely. I feel like I'm missing something. And I know I am.
You are. I'm not with all modesty, without like patting myself on the back. I feel like it's a really good album. And I also feel that, with the minimal response and support that I have in the United States, it's still new to everybody, So my manager is actually talking about re-releasing it once we get some kind of financial support or record company support. And that now, because even though it's now, what is it? It was 6 years old, something like that. Mm-hmm. It's, the general public still doesn't know. It's just my fan base that know about it, and the European and Japanese people and Russian people who've purchased my music, they know about it. But the general American public don't know about it yet. So it would be just as new to them as if I finished recording it yesterday.
And and that's what I was going to say. I said none of your stuff sounds dated.
I'm happy to feel that way too. Because I revisit it every now and then. Sometimes, like I can't sit and listen to me anymore. I got to get up and listen. So, but every now and then I will hear. I want to review it just to get a sense of what it not just what it sounds like, but to feel like I've achieved something, like I've accomplished something. Mm-hmm. I've got a body of work.
Yes.
Yes,
you do.
And it's pretty decent, if I must say so myself. So I'm pretty proud of it. I've had some great help putting it together. My musicians, Richard Cummings Jr., who I just have to shout him out. Yeah. He's been with me not the longest. He would have been. Well, now would be the longest because my bass player Ron, he passed away about 3 years ago, and he was with me the longest out of this particular incarnation of the band. And and then Richard, and then Tony, my drummer, Tony Lewis, and my guitarist, R.T. Taylor. The three of them, the four of them were my unit for the last, let's say at least 15, going on 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And, sometimes I think, maybe I need to bring some fresh blood in and all that kind of thing. And I do on the recordings sometimes. I'll bring in a different musician here or there to give it a new little lift or boost. But I'm just so happy with these guys. They understand me. And I tell people live, especially when Ron was alive, the unit was so tight that, I would call out songs from previous albums and we could jump right in and do them.
Yeah, that's good.
I could just fall back and they would catch me. That's how I think about it, And now, we have to teach people the material again. And, in some ways that's good because it means you get to revisit it and revise it even.
Yeah.
Freshen it up.
Yeah. Well, let's go into Skydance.
Okay.
Since we all talk about musicianship and, this, I think is a good example. There we go. A simple word, example of great musicianship.
Oh.
So check this one out. This is called Skydance, everybody.
Here we go.
Okay, yeah. Was that actually recorded live?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
There used to be a club on 42nd Street called Soul Cafe.
Oh, I remember Soul Cafe, yeah.
Yeah, right off of 10th Avenue, between essentially between Dyer and 10th. And I was so sad when I saw that they were gutting that whole area. I said, well, I hope they're going to bring the club back.
Right. Yeah, right.
No, but it was a great spot. Love that club. So we recorded it live there. As a matter of fact, the sound engineer is a friend of ours, Ollie Cotton, who is the sound man for the Apollo. So so he captured that, and it was oh, man, I can see the club right now. I loved performing there. I really did.
Well, that sound was incredible.
Yeah,
it came out good.
Oh yeah.
No
playing.
Yeah. Tyler, I don't be playing. It wouldn't be on there. Was it good now?
While we were listening to that, I was looking through my stack of my material, and I don't have the original packaging of the Good Medicine. The Aquarian Mind album in front of me. I have it in a safe, actually. So representations of my stuff in a lockbox.
Okay.
Or whatever. I mean, who knows who even cares? But I was looking because I think Aretha's singing on that on Skydance.
And that's what I hate also, with this modern technology, you don't get all the liner notes like you used to.
Yeah.
I love a good liner note. Shoot.
I still produce for me. I still package an album the way I want to see it. I want to be able to read lyrics. I want to be able to read personnel, and some whatever else is inspirational to the project, So I keep looking at it, and I just was talking to Richard, my music director and keyboard player, and I was like, I think I got one more enemy. He said, one?
Okay.
He said, we got plenty of stuff we've never recorded, and I said that because the market for CDs is getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
So I'm almost now producing recordings for me, for my record, to be able to have a hard copy of what it is that's in my head. So this batch of the latest album, which is Spirit Rising, I produced so much less quantity than the previous ones because that brings me back all the way to the beginning. So in the beginning, when I did my first album, I got I guess it was 1,000 CDs, and then I don't know how many, but probably close to 1,000 cassettes. And so for the first two albums, for Music Chameleon and Deeper in Fantasy, I have cassettes, and those cassettes are still sitting in a box in my storage space because I can't get rid of them.
Right, because at that time it was transitioning to all CDs, and nobody was really doing cassettes like they were before.
Yeah, and I wish I had been warned at least for the second batch, because for Deeper in Fantasy, because I would have maybe done less of them or just done none at all. But I went and did it. I was like, and now I've got these boxes. Like, what are you going to do with them? I don't want to throw them away because, well, even when I'm gone, they'll be thrown away more than likely, and they'll still be in a landfill. That was my thing. It's like, I don't want to throw these into a landfill somewhere.
Well, send me a couple. I got a cassette player still.
Okay, good. I'll do that. Yeah, especially you probably don't even have Music Chameleon, the first album. So
No.
I'll send that to you in cassette because I don't even have a hard disc copy of that anymore. I'd have to get some more manufactured. I hope that somewhere in my career there'll be a need to have a few more printed.
Okay.
So people who collect what they collect can have them. But you also don't have Good Medicine, so I have to send that to you. I can't believe you don't have Good Medicine.
No,
I say that because it was the most current and it's the most accessible.
So I'm trying to see, where can I find it? I don't understand.
Yeah, you can definitely find it online. That's for sure.
Well, maybe I need to look a little harder because now I feel like I'm missing something here.
Yeah,
I mean, I know I'm missing something, and I feel like I'm not doing the interview justice.
Yeah.
If I don't have everything,
I'll come back. No.
Come on back. We got to do part 2.
Right, exactly. Yeah, but there's some material on the Good Medicine album that in particular the song Good Medicine, that I think that your audience would really. It's like a good FM late night tune. It's like a Quiet Storm kind of tune. And it is, as a matter of fact, you can probably find it on, you can find it on YouTube and listen to it that way.
Okay.
It's most of the album's not on there, but that cut is on there. Love Is in the Room is from that album, in fact.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why can I only found one song? But you know what? Okay. Since you mentioned it, I'm going to find it on YouTube. I'm going to play it. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And the video too. You guys see the video. The video. I'm so proud of that video because we were still in Europe in our summers at Monte Carlo, and I had just finished the album at that particular point, and I said, well, we got to have some marketing material. So what are we going to do? And so I put it out that I was looking to do a video of that song. And one of our friends who worked at the hotel, her name is Antonella. She's one of the best people on the face of the earth. But she said, I got a friend who does audio. He has a recording studio, and he also does video. So it was perfect. So we shot the video for Good Medicine in a town called Ventimiglia. No, sorry, Bordighera, which is right outside of Monte Carlo, maybe 20 minutes outside of Monte Carlo. And it was all on green screen and stuff, but we still recorded that video in that town. It's a beautiful little Italian town that you wouldn't suspect there's anybody playing like, he's a rock guitarist. He's like a European rock guitarist that plays like these metal bands and stuff. Mm. And I forgot the band he played with. Pretty prominent band, but really, really great guy and a great studio. We had a wonderful time. And oh man, it's just the best.
Oh, shoot! You know what? I got it. But
you got it?
Yep, I got it. Check it out, y'all.
Now, baby, don't it feel better? Let's make tonight a sweet love letter. Now, baby, don't it feel better? Better, better, better. Now, baby, don't it feel better? Let's make tonight a sweet love letter. Let's make love tonight. Good love is good.
Yeah. I'm glad I found that one.
Yeah. I figured you had to hear that one.
Yeah. Shoot. Now I got to hear the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I guess when I finish this, I'm going to find the whole thing on online and listen to it.
You can, but but I'll also, if you just send me your address, I'll just put it in the mail to you.
All right.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Woo. Shoot. Good love. I'll be singing that.
Yeah, do it. Please. Put it in their ears. Whoever.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So, all right. We were talking about good love. And we were talking about the things that I don't have, and I was feeling bad about it.
Uh-huh.
Now, there was something. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I was going to talk about sucker.
Well, okay, so that has a not so much of a history of the particular song, but again, on each album, I felt that it was important to have a commentary, like a political or social commentary song, and so that's what that one is. And there's another one on my very first album. There's a song called "What You're Doing," and what was on? Let's see, on the Deeper in Fantasy album. Oh, Deeper in Fantasy had "Too Many Gone." Mm-hmm. Did you ever listen to "Too Many Gone"?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, "Too Many Gone" is on there. Yeah, so that was the commentary on that album.
And which album is that on?
Deeper in Fantasy is "Too Many Gone." That was during the whole AIDS crisis.
Yeah,
and that was not only a commentary, but somewhat of a tribute to the friends that I was losing and had lost.
Yeah,
and so in that song, I actually list names, first names of people that I knew were gone, or going.
So many people I know.
Yeah. Might be some people we know in common too. That's the thing.
Okay.
The community itself, So so that was on that one. What's on Good Medicine? Do I have a commentary on Good Medicine? See, again, I might have lost my little formula. Having a commentary and having a what was the other one I said was my thread? I don't even remember anymore. Mm-hmm. Well, see, there's a lot more inspirational stuff on this album combined with the love songs. Mm-hmm. And as a matter of fact, when I was doing Good Medicine, I said, I had this great ambition. I'm going to do a double CD. And one's going to be the inspirational stuff and the other's going to be love songs. And as I got in the studio and it got longer and longer, because, I'm coming in back and forth in the studio, on and off because the dime is mine. Mm-hmm. And when I run out of money, the recording sits for weeks, months, or whatever, however long it takes for me to, drum up some more money to get the guys in the studio and to pay for the studio time. And there's no telling how long it would take. So, I forgot what my train of thought was.
You said my double album, so you said, well...
So after I got to a certain point, I was like, in order to get this out, and not be sitting on it for another 12 years, I better go ahead and just condense what the best of it is, and then continue working on the inspirational album, which basically some of the stuff from the current album, Spirit Rising, I started recording it in like 14. So it's been since this album was in production. Some of that same material is stuff that ended up on this latest album.
Well, let's go to the latest album, shall we?
Yes, shall we?
I'm going to go to Someone I Know.
Someone I Know. Wow.
Yeah.
Somebody else hit me up that they like that too, and I was really happy to hear that.
Yeah, I like that. So
I think Arif's on that one.
Arif's on that one?
I think he's on that. I can tell you in a second. I'm going to get my disc again. I don't remember things off the top of my head anymore.
And then Arif kills me. He's like, Troy, I can't sing anymore. I'm like, boy, please. Yes, you can.
I want to pop him in his head with that. Just pop. No, he's not on that track. Yeah, Keith Flewitt's on that song.
Oh, Keith.
Yeah. I knew you knew Keith.
Oh yeah, that's my boy. I love Keith.
Yeah, he just had a birthday.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll hear Keith's voice. You might not distinctively hear his voice, but he's on Someone I Know.
Well, let's play that for somebody. Let's play that for the people. Let's play Someone I Know. I like that song. And shout out to Keith Fluid. What's up, Keith?
Yeah, Keith.
All right.
I gotta get a copy of the album to him.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So, Someone I Know. Listen to this show. Yes, that takes me back to church when the choir comes in. That's the song they walk in on and come down the aisle.
That was the feel. That was what we wanted out of that. Yeah. You know, that high part. That was Keith and Renee. Yeah.
Yes. I said that took me right back to Bethel Baptist Church in Brooklyn.
That's what it's supposed to do. Though the wording and stuff is very non-traditional, but you know the feel I wanted it to be as traditional as we could fashion it to be.
Yes, but well, you did it.
Good.
You did it. Good. So I want to play also. I also want to play Power to Change, but I want to save that to the end.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay,
cool.
We're gonna ride out on Power to Change.
And there's my commentary on this album. that's my social commentary song.
Okay. Oh well, Sue, we didn't even play Sucker. We talked about it. We didn't play it, huh?
We sure did. I forgot about it. Because I probably took you on another trip down another road because I do that.
But that's all right.
I'll start talking.
That's what the conversation is about. We can go all around and still come back.
Right.
Because I feel like Sucker also, is still relevant today.
Mm-hmm.
They're still trying to do us any old kind of way.
Exactly.
Okay.
And some of us are still buying it. That's what's scary.
Yes.
That's really what Sucker's all about. It's like, you know better, but yet, you just say, okay, fine, and you just fall in line.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not even going to get into a full detail on that, but yeah, I mean, there's some people in my own family like, what in the world are you thinking?
Oh yeah. We all have those.
Yeah.
Everybody in every culture. It's like, no. But you got to find your way. You got to do your own thing.
I can't even converse with you.
Right. And really, there are literally people that you just cannot bother. It's a waste of your time and energy. And maybe the timing is right. Maybe at some point there is a good timing, but it's a waste of time sometimes.
Yeah.
It's not that it's not worth trying though.
Right.
But
once you try, then you still hitting a dead wall, a dead end.
Yeah. They call that the definition of insanity.
Yeah.
Keep trying the same thing and getting the same result and not figuring it out. You must be crazy.
Okay, then you say, you know what? I'm just going to leave that alone. I gotta love you from afar.
And it's possible to do.
Yes, I've learned. So, and since we said all this, now let's play a little Sucker. So you can understand where we're coming from. Because like they talking all around, but nobody even played the song. Let me see what y'all talking about. So here it is, y'all. Check it out. I love this song also. It's called Sucker.
My people, I got a message for you. It's from the people who got you under their thumb. They said to tell you your old time struggle is through. They said just party and get your senses all numb. They dangle shiny things in front of your eyes. They tell you all your truths ain't nothing but lies. They broke down your resistance to a safe compromise, and you wonder why you ain't getting nowhere. How does it feel to be a sucker? Yeah, fell for it hook, line and sinker. Next time they tell you, close your eyes and pucker. Brace yourself, get ready. It's gonna be a stinker. My people, how come your music's so loud? Can't hear your conscience over the sound of that bass. Can't see your future, no. You left your past in a cloud. Your mind is shackled, so you ain't running no place. They took your things of substance and they left you with vapor. They tell you put your faith in green pieces of paper. You got your eyes wide shut, so you can't ain't getting nowhere. Ooh. How does it feel to be a sucker? How does it feel to be a sucker? And sing, fell for it, yeah. Next time they tell you, close your eyes, pucker. Raise yourself, get ready. It's gonna be a stinker. You're going and got your bling, yeah. You got your big fine
You got your big fine car.
You gotta sing if you wanna be a star.
If you wanna be a star.
It is a race, or we shall overcome. It's
Shake that booty and shoot 'em for your run now. How does it feel to be a sucker? Fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. Yes, you did. Next time they tell you to close your eyes and pucker, brace yourself, get ready. It's gonna be a stinker.
how does it feel to
How does it feel? How does it feel? How does it feel to be a sucker? Well, the next time they tell you to close your eyes and pucker, better brace yourself, get ready. Ooh, we dropped the ball and had a fall instead. We took a fall, we went and lost our heads. How can we expect generations disconnected to give respect and be respected? They got your mind in a fire to see. They're gonna rewrite your history. They'll tell you Martin and Malcolm were white, that they had nothing to do with your civil rights. Tell me, how does it feel? Sucker. Raise yourself, brace yourself.
I love that bridge.
Thank you.
Yeah, that bridge is just does it. That just puts the cherry on the icing, boy.
Thank you. Yeah, that each time because I feel fortunate to have come up at the end of the civil rights era where, music had a lot more content, a lot more artistry, and the music that I got to listen to. That's one reason why this inspirational album is the way it is that, we were listening to Stevie and Earth, Wind and Fire and they were saying all these great spiritual things.
Yes, they were.
They didn't have to go to they didn't have to wait till Sunday to say it.
Yes.
And they said it funky.
Yeah.
So they found ways to make it just like, a delicious plate, and yet you're still eating healthy food.
Yes.
And so that was kind of what this idea came out of, and that particular song again. Often, there's so many, Stevie in particular, and again Earth, Wind, and Fire songs that were commentary on today, whatever today was, and.
The whole Marvin Gaye was going on. Oh my goodness.
Exactly. So those are the people we got to listen to. Stevie, Marvin, they were talking about what Curtis Mayfield, talking about what's literally going on.
Yes.
And I'm not saying they're not talking about what's going on today, because they are, but a lot of it is not real. Exactly. And even though it may be real to their experience, but it's not real because it's created, it's manufactured.
Yes.
In the drugs and the competition and the drug turf and all that crazy stuff and all the guns and stuff. That's not real.
Right. I mean, and it's not what they are saying. It's what they see, but not what they feel.
Right.
That's what the difference is.
You said it.
What do you feel? Not what you see.
Well, the question even begs, do you feel?
Right.
Because the music has such a disconnect from any kind of real emotion other than maybe just like partying and sex, literally.
Right.
I was asking, I don't know if I think about it often enough. I'm not sure if I actually ever asked people of the current generation. It's like, I did ask this question to somebody. I said, what song, is there a song that actually just touches you so that you feel like you're going to cry? And I don't think there's a song, I haven't heard anything that's out there now or it's been out there for a while, that could make you feel tender. That's the word I'm looking for, tender. Right. So that you're vulnerable and you want to let those emotions out.
Right.
You know? And
that was me all the time. I was crying all the time. I was a kid. I'm like, oh my, when I heard Stevie Wonder, Isn't She Lovely? I mean, I was crying on that.
Right. Yeah.
My father's like, what the hell are you crying about? I'm like, because he loves his daughter so much, I can feel it. I felt the love in that song.
You see?
And I listened to the baby crying in the background and playing in the tub. And I just started crying.
Yeah. It's beautiful. You know? But that's I'm sure that's what Stevie intended in his heart. Maybe not like when he's writing and putting it down, but in his heart, he wanted people to be touched by what he puts out. I mean, all those albums in the 70s. Yeah. If you couldn't feel something from those, then you were not alive.
Exactly.
You had to be a dead person to not feel, You and I, or All in Love is Fair, All in Fair in Love, and All in Love is Fair is the actual title.
And then when I listen to your Thank Stevie, I hear Rocket Love in there.
Yeah. I'm glad you did, because that's one of my favorites. And it's one of the most underrated tunes of his.
I love that song.
That particular album too is like, because like I do a Stevie Wonder tribute show with a group, not a different group that's not my guys, and we've been doing it for the last couple of years, and there's so much material to do.
Yeah.
And some of the songs we would do them for a while, and I said, if you're not the Stevie audience, you won't even know this song. Mm. So we had to take out songs like All I Do.
You don't who what?
I'm not kidding you. The audiences that we were performing to were a certain age group, and they were mostly white. Hmm. So, because black folks, they hear All I Do and they lost their mind.
Exactly.
And a couple other songs. Rocket Love was one of them. We dropped that. We dropped it from our show because they didn't get it.
To me, even if you never even heard that song before in your life.
Right.
If you heard it the first time, you should be like, oh my God, that song is incredible. Let me go find out.
Yes.
The original, or let me hear,
Yeah.
That would pique my imagination.
Yeah, but I think people don't listen to music the way we do. People tend to, even in that situation, we found that, some people were not there for the music. They're there for themselves. They want to chat over the music and whatever else. And you don't get the full attention, because with Stevie, and I've often said this in the show, I said the lyrics, you have to hear what he's saying. Yeah. And how he's saying it is not just what he's saying, it's how he's saying it. Yes. The way he changes words around to fit a sentence in and make a rhyme is like genius.
Yes.
Just genius. And that's how I try to write. He was my writing teacher. He and so many others, but he in particular was like, oh man, I got to be able to turn a phrase like that.
And you did a good job, I'm telling you.
I'm trying, baby. I'm trying.
You are doing a great job.
Yeah. So I'm like, we got to keep this alive. And, I think that's how it should be.
Yeah.
That we should be inspired to do what we do by other people, because they came before us and they are giving of themselves, I mean, I don't think, there's a few songs of Stevie's that I think was not really from the heart. They might have been a pocketbook song.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. I'm not crazy. I would tell the truth. I'm not crazy about I Just Called to Say I Love You.
Me either.
I can't. I don't like that.
To me, it's probably one of his worst tunes. And I say worst, but look how fantastic it is.
Yes.
I mean, it's like his worst is somebody else's best.
Yes.
And it's just because it was such a commercial sounding tune.
Yes.
And so I do that song, but we took it to another place. My band and I, we got like almost like a cha-cha version of it. Mm. And it's quite lovely. I love doing it now because of that. But other than that, I was like, because what our formula was when we were in Monte Carlo, that's an international audience from mostly Europe. Yes. And the languages were issues, because there were people there who spoke English, people who spoke Italian, people who spoke French and German. And, so you had to find songs that they would recognize, whether they understood the words or not. Right. So we went through songs like that. That was one of the songs. And when we talked about doing it, I said, not my favorite song, but Richard came up with an arrangement that was like, oh yeah, we're doing this tune. And so we even do it now, not lately, but we do it nowadays when I have an audience that I figure they need to hear a song that's super familiar, but of course I always let them know you're not going to hear it like you know it. You're going to hear it like we do it, So, and they love it. They love it the way it does. Because what the best part is we don't take it too far away from the original idea, because that's what people want. That's what they want to hear. They love that.
Right.
But so you give them that, but you put something you dress it with a different jacket. It's still the same mannequin, but it's got a different jacket on. So so that was wonderful. We got a number of covers that I look forward to one day being able to afford, and I say that out loud, to record, because cover tunes cost money. That's one reason why most of my albums have no one's writing on it but mine, because I don't have to worry about spending the money to get the license.
And you get more of the money back.
Exactly. And I'm a writer, so why not promote my own material, but I'd love to do some of the two. We've actually done a couple in the studio, but we never necessarily released them. Like we have a version of I Can See Clearly Now that Richard arranged, and it's lovely. I had a hard time getting through it initially because my bass player, it was his favorite song. And when we did a set, he was like, we have to do this song, we have to do this song. So once he passed, I still had to do the song, I had to do it for him.
Right.
And so getting through the song was really, really difficult. Plus I sang it at his funeral. So, so it had a very different meaning than it did when we first started doing it.
Yeah, that would do it.
So, yeah. Yeah, that's my guy, Rondu Monroe. Yeah.
Rest in peace, Rondu.
Yeah, he's up there. He's playing the bass somewhere.
Yeah. Turn the party out somewhere.
And getting mad at somebody about some stupidity.
Well, I'm going to play All Kinds of Love.
Okay.
How about that?
Yeah.
Because we didn't do any of those songs where you do tribute to somebody. So we're going to do the Stevie one since we brought it up.
Okay.
We won't do the Shaka one because everybody's looking for me to play the Shaka one. But they said, there we go again. He always got to throw some Shaka up in something.
That's all right. They should just be mad.
That's right. I was telling Dawn that too. I was like, I remember, even growing up, I would tell people, I would listen to music and I was like, that person likes Shaka Khan. They said, well, how do you know? I said, I can hear in that riff. I can hear the way they held that note. I can hear the way they did this. It's Shaka. And they're like, you think everybody likes Shaka Khan? I'm like, because they do. I'm like, anybody that has an ear that's singing, they picked up something from Shaka. I'm sorry.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
She just opened up a door.
Yeah.
To just to just give all of it.
Yeah.
Every part of it.
It was funny. Like when I first heard her, I was like, oh my God, who is this woman? And then I looked at the album cover, the first album cover I really stared at was the Rufus Eyes album cover.
Okay.
Because I'm like, oh my gosh, she's sitting up here. She just reminds me of somebody I know on the block. She was just so relatable.
Yeah, exactly. Chicago girl.
Right. She was not, in sequins and, all done up with wigs or whatever. Though she might have had a wig on, but it looked like a natural wig,
Yeah. I think she was dealing with her own hair most of the time.
Yeah. But, and then she's, on this bed, it looks like with no shoes on and feet up in the head. Like, I love this woman.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And she could sing her face off. She was doing stuff that nobody else was doing. I'm like,
it was like flying.
Yeah.
It was like flying. The first time I heard her, it was like I was lifted off the ground and sent into the air, and I didn't fall. I just kept going. Just fly.
Okay. Oh my God. I was like in love. I was in school. Like Melissa Morgan said. She said, my father, when I came home and I told him that, I was going to go sing with Shaka, should I sing with Shaka or should I go, back to Juilliard? He said, go with your teacher.
Go with your teacher. Whoa.
Right. He said, go with Shaka because she'll show you things that they're not going to show you in that school.
Wise man.
Yeah.
Wise man. Yeah. And that led to her own career. If she had gone to Juilliard, she might not have gotten there.
Right.
Might not. I wouldn't say she wouldn't have because she's good. So
yes. All right, so we're going to go with all kinds of love because here we go. We got off subject. We went back to Stevie Shaka. Now we back at Stevie, y'all. We back at Stevie.
Yeah.
So this is Ty's tribute to Stevie Wonder. Check it out.
There are all kinds of love, like examples some genius tourist taught me, such as the love of a child, innocent, free, and wild. There are all kinds of love that this wise man through inner visions brought me, such as the love of that mom, gentle and safe and calm, like the first day of spring when our hearts start to sing of new passion, like the twinkle of night when romance reaches heights unimagined, love of husband and of wife, love of friends you made for life. Of a fawn, like a sunset or dawn, glowing sweetly, and when one's being kind, how that feeling you find echoes deeply, like when praying one only your heart sees. There are all kinds of love, and each lover carries joy and peace and power, such as the love of yourself, greater than fame or wealth. There's just one source of love, and it blesses man, animal, and flower. The greatest love of all time, the infinite perfect kind. The
slowly faded out. Thanks, Stevie, and thanks, Ty.
Indeed, thanks, Steve. For real. Yeah, that album and the previous album were produced by a guy named Joe Scott, who's since moved to Spain, believe it or not.
Wow.
And the sax on there is the son of my guitarist, R.T. Taylor. His son, his name is Shay Taylor. And Shay has since gone on to produce for Beyonce and people like that. In fact, Love on Top was his.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're at least associated with like some really well-known people. So Love on Top was Shay Taylor's, and a real accomplishment. And my guitarist, his father was on that track as well. So,
wow.
Yeah, so every time you hear that guitar lick on Love on Top, that's my guitarist RT.
Okay. Well, so at least Beyonce has some good art musicians behind her.
Yeah. And he plays sax. He's multi-instrumentalist. Shay, the son. So when we were working together, he was with my band for a short while. He was playing sax, and then the next thing I know, he's playing keyboard and he's producing, and I'm like, oh my God, what don't you do?
Okay. Teach him well.
Yeah, his father did well.
But that's another thing that I was when we were talking about music today, is that I think part of it is when they took music out of schools.
Amen. Absolutely.
How the heck you take music out of schools?
Because they want us to fail. That's my social commentary of the day. If we're noticing, and I think maybe many people aren't noticing, the rungs to success, the opportunities that we used to have, were all removed at a certain point. If you notice, recreation centers don't exist like they used to. So kids are out there in the street with nothing to do, and they're getting into all kinds of trouble. High schools used to have vocations. You could do wood shop, metal shop, auto shop, electric shop. You learned the trade if you weren't an academic.
Yeah.
And you had something you could take out into the world and make money with. They took them all away.
Yeah.
And then of course, you add the availability of drugs to that, and you've got the disaster that we have now.
Yeah.
Of people just being completely aimless and not having any real ambition to do much of anything, except get high.
Yeah.
That's no accident.
No.
I've never believed that, and I never will, because I know what we're dealing with, and I think a lot of it is coming out in.
And if you go to other neighborhoods, like they still got music in school.
Yes,
they still have vocational learning.
Yes,
they still have all these things in other locations, but not in the cities.
Right, where it's truly needed.
Exactly.
And I still sometimes wonder, the people whose trades these are, do they really look at it as something that's just going to be obsolete next week or something? So why wouldn't you find a way to perpetuate what you do so that, the future cars will have mechanics?
Exactly.
Kind of makes sense to me. Mm-hmm. We're going to need a mechanic. We're going to need a plumber. We're going to need, those things are not going to be obsolete anytime soon.
No.
Unless they've trained a robot to do it by now, which they probably have.
Yeah, right. Come to think of it.
Yeah, well, see, that's part of the. I'm going to go off on a tangent, but just a little bit. That's part of the plan, it seems to me too. So it's like, why educate them when we don't need them?
You're right.
And that's across the board. That's not just the urban centers, but mostly because that's where the workforce mostly comes from right now, especially for certain jobs. But in a minute, AI is going to be, taking over those jobs, and we won't need you at all. So why do we need to invest anything in you? Yeah. No recreation centers, no healthcare, no nothing. We don't need you.
Yeah.
So that's what it seems like the plan is. And we have to counter that plan.
Right, because then what do you do with all these people?
Kill them.
Right.
Shall I go there? Or kill them, or simply let them die. Yeah. Die off. Especially
kill each other.
Kill each other. That's the next thing I was going to say. There's no accidents here. I know it's not an accident. I just know it. And I've lived long enough to know.
Okay. I agree with you.
Yeah. I have these conversations often enough, and sometimes they get, they feel a little futile because there's not a whole lot we can do about it. But I do think that talking about it and having conversations with so many different people means that there is an energy out there that wants to change it. And with that energy, it will change.
Yes.
It might take time, but it'll change.
I agree.
We have to be out there. We have to do our part, whatever it is.
I say my daughter, she takes piano, violin. She can sing too, but she's shy, so she don't really like to sing. But you can hear in the back of the car.
It'll come out somewhere.
I'm like, girl,
how old is she now?
She'll be 12 in September.
Oh yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Give her a couple, 2 or 3 more years, she'll be screaming.
I'm like, girl, I need to learn from you because you on key. I'll be off sometimes.
All right. She'll be asking for all your Shaka Khan albums.
Okay. Well, she knows all that stuff. See, I play all that stuff. Right. Yeah. So she'll even say, I don't know why these, new artists are using, these things on their voices.
Auto-tuning.
Yeah, man. She said, I don't know why they're auto-tuning when,
She knows why.
Yeah, she's like, Lettucey don't need that. Shaka Khan don't need that. I was like, tell him, girl.
You raised her good.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the truth. If you know what you're doing with your voice, nobody. What?
Okay. I tried to throw a little curveball the other day because we've been talking about Michael McDonald, right? And I was like, if you listen to this song, you can hear Michael McDonald in the background. It was a Toto song.
Okay.
And when his part came on, she's like, there he is right there.
Like,
go ahead, girl. Yeah.
I got Steely Dan, you'll hear the same thing.
Okay.
You'll hear Michael.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I said, because that's what I told her. I said, so many people use Michael McDonald's voice. It's so distinctive. No matter where it's at, where it's placed, it's him.
Right. But he has that thing where he's a team player in that respect. Like he ain't going to try to take over your thing.
No.
He's going to give you that Michael padding.
Yes. But you're still going to know it's him.
But you're going to know it's him. That's right.
I mean, like it's even with Shaka Singh's background.
Yeah.
She's a team player there, but you can hear her voice clearly no matter what.
Distinctive. Yeah. And that's a great thing. It's a great thing. Yeah.
Well, Ty, we can talk forever.
We can. We can. Yeah.
So we got to do a part 2.
Okay, good. So I'll send you the Good Medicine album so you can hear the stuff that's on there. And you have Spirit Rising. You have the whole of Spirit Rising. I sent you this as a sampler.
No, I have the whole thing.
Okay.
I got the whole thing online.
Okay, cool. Okay, there you go. Because I made a 4-song sampler and I wasn't sure if I'd sent you that or not.
No, I got the whole thing.
Okay, cool. Hey.
Yeah.
Exciting. Oh yeah, that's right. You would have to because the sampler didn't have Someone I Know on it.
Yeah, see?
That's right. It did have Power to Change on it though.
Yeah, right, because that's what you sent me. You sent me Power to Change. So, we're going to go out with Power to Change. But before we go out with Power to Change, I just want to say thank you again.
Oh, I thank you. Thank you so much for your time and for this great conversation.
No, thank you. And we're going to have more conversations. And, if you want to come on up and we can hang out. And I wish Arif was still in here. When he comes out, we can come up,
Oh, man, he's too far south.
I know, down in Florida, some dang away.
He had to do it. He had to do what he had to do.
Yes, he did.
But, maybe when we'll find out when he's coming up and maybe we'll all come up together or something.
Yes.
He's got to come back up this way.
He got to.
Yeah.
We're here.
Exactly. There you go. That's the answer right there.
Okay, we're here. He got to come up.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot.
Yeah.
So, what was I going to say? Oh, matter of fact, on our next thing we did Shaka. So the next 6 degrees of, we are going to do Luther.
Oh.
We were contemplating Luther and Stevie. I said, you know what? I think Luther has a little more that people might not be aware of than Stevie.
Right. That's a good one.
Because, we can go back to Sesame Street, all sorts of stuff that Luther did that people don't know anything about.
Right.
So I said, let's do Luther.
Yeah. That's a great idea. Mm-hmm.
That's going to be the next one.
Okay.
And the thing about the one with Shaka, it's still getting hits. People still.
I enjoyed it. Well, I would because it's Shaka. What can I say? And what I loved was there was stuff I didn't know. And see, that's what I get excited when I'm learning something. It's like, oh, I didn't know Mark played bass on that tune. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, and which songs he actually wrote. Because, you know, I was so focused on her. that Mark was there. And I've even met Mark, and he's a lovely guy. But I wasn't even thinking about no Mark. What's he doing next?
Okay. So yeah, I said, wait a second. No, we got to shine a light on Mark and Taka. And,
It was lovely. It was really, really lovely to hear their material and stuff that I have. You know, I have one of her albums. I thought I had more than one because when I travel, especially in Europe and Japan, you know, they still have record stores.
Yeah.
You know, you can find vinyl stores. So I'm in the stores going like this, looking to see what they got. Thumb, 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 thumb. You know, and I often bring at least one back.
Yeah. Well, if you ever in Connecticut, there's a place over here not too far from me in Brookfield. It's like the Brookfield-Danbury line. It's called Jerosa Records. Number Records.
Yeah. Okay.
Of all types.
Dangerous place. Dangerous place. You see behind me.
I see.
And that's just half of the other half's over the other side.
I'm the same way. And I got doubles of some because of some I got here, and sometimes I got some in another place upstate New York.
Right.
So I'm like, all right.
Some I got doubles up because I played a hole in the first one.
Right. Matter of fact, I think I had two What You Gonna Do For Me's, and I gave one to another person, and now this one has a scratch on it. I'm like, damn, now I got to find another What You Gonna Do For Me.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
So, yeah. But yeah, I'm into my records. I go in there. I got to stay out because I can go in there and spend $200 easily.
Yeah.
And they like $6, $8, you know, $10 each or whatever.
Reasonable prices, yeah.
Yeah, so they're reasonable, but shoot, I come out with like 20, 30.
Yeah, that's another story. Yeah. Then you're going overboard.
Okay.
I would keep asking myself, I was like, now my family's a music family. They love music, but who's going to take this mess when I'm done? I don't think anybody's going to be bothered with it except maybe the fewer music aficionados that are still around. So I can't collect but so much more. But at the same time, I'm like, if I get to listen to it and enjoy it, what's the problem?
Exactly. Maybe Indigo would take it and play it for her kids. I mean, this is called an album. Back in the day, they used to play this. My daddy used to play these, you know. And
this is the apparatus they played it on.
Right, because, I got one of these.
Turntable.
Right.
Hey, but somebody's got to do that, though.
Yes.
It can't be left before just a photograph in a dictionary. It's got to have more life than that. Because I don't want to go on again, but we were fortunate to live through a time when all the technology, we've seen it all basically.
Yeah.
From vinyl to cassette to 8-track to
the CDs,
to CD to streaming. We've seen it all, and we've experienced it in some way. And I would hope that they would have a chance to experience it as well.
Exactly. I remember making my little cassette tapes. All the different songs.
Yeah. Make your mixtapes. Yeah. Okay. I still have some of mine.
Me too.
I still have a cassette player with my system, and I don't listen to them that much anymore, but some of them I don't want to let go of because it's like, I did this mix and it sounded good one against the other, and now I have to go through a whole bunch of changes to make that happen again. And then I've got some stuff that I found on the radio or something that I'll never find again.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah,
I got some of those cassettes. I'm like, oh my God, I can't get rid of this.
Yeah,
this is priceless.
It'll just be there, and I'll listen to it when I get inspired.
Or even I got some cassettes that people made for me of rare Shaka Khan songs that haven't been released and all that other type of stuff. I was like, I can't get rid of that.
No.
No. This is history.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. Wow.
But yeah, so I was to say, if you ever in Connecticut, go to Jerosa Records.
Listen, I will.
Well, you're going to be in Connecticut because we're going to do this event. And
I'll come early enough before the event so I can go shopping and make sure I got a new needle for my turntable too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everybody, this was Ty Stephens, y'all. I hope you enjoyed the conversation as well as we had having it.
Definitely. I hope so too. I mean, I know I digress and sometimes I get a little passionate about things, but that's who I am and that's what I write about because that's what inspires me. Yeah. Life inspires me, love inspires me, frustration inspires me sometimes. Like, what is wrong with people? And then, there's a way to express it. And so I put it in a song. When a song about it, want to hear it, go.
Okay, like, what's it? I always sing the whining songs. Everything is touch is a song. By the whiners, I be singing that all the time. Because everything he touches is a song.
It's the truth. Yes, indeed. Yeah.
I live that song.
Right. I think we do. I think we all do.
Do you know?
Yeah.
So, once again, Ty, thank you.
Thank you.
And we're going to do this again real soon.
I'd love it. I would.
And I'm going to see my address so you can get to, send the thing over to me.
I got to send that out to you. You got to have that one too.
And we are going to ride out, y'all, on Power to Change off the new album.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Ty, tell everybody where they can get the new album.
You can get it on all the platforms: CD Baby, iTunes, Amazon, Spotify. I'm not sure what else. There's probably more, but I have a whole package that I've subscribed to get them released to all those platforms. So you can get it anywhere records are sold. The only things you can't do is get a hard copy in a record store. Not all. Yet. We'll put that out there too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, everybody support independent music, support Ty, and thank you for listening to this podcast. And don't hang up yet because we still got one more song to go. And this is going to be Power to Change.
This is the song I wrote with my good friend MC Shao in Moscow. Just proving that relations between people are just fine. This starts with a question. What if the world was a better place because of you? What if you had more love and compassion in all you do? The world would be a better place. We'd all live with ease and grace. Just believe in the dream, it can really come true. Here's what you do. Join hearts, let love's healing start. Join hands, let love heal the land. 'Cause I've got it, you've got it, the power to change the world. I got it, you got it, the power to change. Question number 2. What if your smile was the currency to purchase the dream? What if your heart held every soul as its love supreme? We wouldn't study war no more, holding love always at the core, lifting the world, all people to the highest esteem. Ooh, it's more than a dream. Join heart, let love heal start.
Yes. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Thank you.